Hey guys, today I'm gonna be recording a video. It's gonna be a different type of video. Normally I don't do this, but I'm gonna be doing a voiceover of a game that we gotta win on. So, as you see, we are landing at Shifty Shafts. I know. I mean, we kind of felt like doing it. Sometimes Shifty Shafts can be like the worst, but sometimes it can be the best. I don't know. But we landed Shifty Shafts, and you know what? I'll just let it land. I'll talk when we land. Yeah. So we're gonna land in Shifty Shafts. There's also I think there's nobody coming with us. So the beginning of the game is a little bland. Nothing much happens. So I'm kind of just gonna talk about like the little stuff. Like as you can see, I pick up a gray tag here. I pick up some bandages, uh, SMGs. I get my inventory. Yeah, but there's not much to say at the beginning of the game because, unless there's people landing with you, there's not much to say. So I'll just let you guys watch the gameplay. Yeah, but let me know in the comments if you guys think this is like a good type of video to do, if you want to see more, or if this is just gonna be like the only one I do. Because voiceovers, I've seen so many of them, and I wanted to try it out for myself. So if you like this type of content, just let me know. If you don't like it, then just I'll stop doing it. But whatever you guys feel, that is the best content for my channel. Okay, so I dropped down here. Sorry for that like sound. It was a little weird because I put my mic on mute and I apologize. Alright, so once again, nothing much happened. I pick up a six shooter, and little will you guys know that six shooter will stay with me in the whole game. Like that six shooter, I'm gonna stick with it for the whole game. It's kind of weird. Like I had that six shooter the whole game, and I barely use six shooters. I don't know why I picked them up. I just picked them up, and I end up never using them. But so eventually, I think this was a 12 kill win. One of I had 7 kills, and my duo's partner Cash Legend 99 had 5 kills. So once again, Shifty Shafts, pretty boring place to land if you don't see anybody. The beginning of the game was really bland. It's just like, Pratik, why are you uploading this to YouTube? But it gets better, trust me. So just mining some fences. Go into the house, pick up some brick, mine. Oh yeah, little tip if you guys didn't know. I mean, I'm not the best, so I can't give you like every single tip because like, I'm not a pro or anything. But I see a lot of people still don't do this. If there's stuff in a house that's one hit, mine it because you get a lot of mats off of that. Like you wouldn't think since it's one hit that you're not gonna get much mats, are you? But if you consistently do it for the whole house, you'll get a lot of mats. And if you guys want to land shifty, mind the fence. I don't think I do it this game, but mind the fence behind the house because that also gives you a lot of mats too. And people obviously got way more sweaty, so having a lot of mats is pretty crucial. As you can see, I missed the jump there, so I hop on the stool looking thing and jump on. As you can see, my duo's partner got pretty far away from me, so I kind of I had to catch up with him. So I mined this truck. I think from here, I don't think we push Tilton. I think eventually we push loot. Oh, I think we scan Tilton and then we push loot. But I'll let you guys see for yourselves. Nothing much to say here. I'm just running up a mountain, so I'll just let you guys look at the gameplay. Oh yeah, sorry for if you guys can't hear the audio, because we were actually talking to each other, so I didn't want to put the audio in. Otherwise, it'd be like me talking and myself talking to my duos partner there, so no audio this time. I apologize. I don't know. I don't know why. I always do that. I just randomly edit stairs. I think I just do it to practice or something. Yeah, but I think we end up taking the slipstream to loot, and this is one of it. This is when it gets a little bit more, what do you call it, exciting. Because right now you guys are just like, why are you uploading this to YouTube? It's so boring. But here's where it gets a little bit better. So as you can see, we hopped on the slipstream, and we're heading over to the circle, where we will. I know we're already in the circle. We're heading over to loot, where we're gonna get hopefully more kills. As you can see, I got shot, and I quickly recovered myself, put some minis on, and I take some shots. I realize he's low in shield, but I didn't want to push just yet because I feel like we would get third partied. So I kind of just wait over here for a little bit, and then I wait for the right time to strike. I miss all my shots there. I don't know how I did, but I did. And I dropped down. I checked if my duo's partner was fine. He was okay, so you can't hear it right now, but I told him that I was gonna go rush after I pick up this chest, and he ended up coming with me. I think we both he tagged me pretty low. No, like for shield. And then tries to get a jump shot on me. He misses. I SMG him. Meanwhile, my Cash Legend also kills another person, and we end up wiping out that duo. This would be the first off of many duos we kill. So I quickly loot up here to see that we find another duo eventually that we... Well, I'll just let you guys see for yourself. So once again, you can look at my mats, and I am very good on mats. I felt very comfortable going into the next fight because knowing that I have a lot of mats really helps me with my confidence in winning the fight. So, yeah. And Fortnite obviously takes more strategy than like PUBG or like any other battle royale that includes precise aim, cuz you can be mechanically bad at aiming but be like a godly builder and you can still, win games. So, you see on the screen right on the left-ish that we hear hamster ball or baller for you guys who don't say hamster ball. So I eventually come to the conclusion that we should go shoot it down. I mean, not shoot it down, break it. So we take some shots. Meanwhile, I get chug splashed, which is good. So, my duo's partner is shooting him. Meanwhile, I try to take some high ground so I can get better shots on them. And here's where it gets wild because everybody just keeps on trying to third party. We thought we were gonna die here, but we somehow pulled it off. So I wait for the right time to strike. I end up only hitting one shot on him. At this point, I kind of felt like I was gonna die, cause as you can see, right here, or not right here, but like eventually he tries to trap me, but I debate the trap somehow. So I'll let you see. I start building. He builds up to me. I get a good shot on him. He's probably like 70 HP right now. I break in, tag him a lot, but he puts a trap down. I debate the trap and I finish him off with my SMG. I end up endgaming him and I get his loot. He had some pretty good loot for me. He had a scars and a combat, so I felt better fighting the next person. And then I try to trap him, but then I realized I don't have any traps. So I end up breaking out. Check if he's under me, but he wasn't. And he edits on me. Luckily my aim won this fight. What I could have done was just camp in the corner, and I like to point out my mistakes so I can get better eventually. I could have stayed in the corner and not taken as much damage, but here I build down and I end up endgaming him. I missed the first shot, but I hit the second one. And then another person rolls up on us. So my dual sprinter, I think eventually, yep, he kills him. So that's the Loot Lake battle. This is where we started gaining our confidence in like how good of loot we had, when we were gonna like how good we were gonna do with it. But oh, sorry. So we popped on a campfire, but then we realized the storm is behind us. So we kind of I took a little bit of campfire, and then I decided, you know what, it's time I go, and I barely like outrun the storm. I think I take a little bit of damage, but I end up getting the hamster ball, and I save myself from taking unnecessary damage. So here we end up going into a gas station, I believe, and we had my dual partner had a campfire, so we decided we'd pop it there. Yeah, so I'm pretty good on ammo. He's pretty good on ammo. At this point, we're feeling pretty confident in our skill and our guns. So we were checking if we had good enough guns, and like we were reading our loadout to each other, reading our ammo out to each other. So here we find some people healing up after they had just been out of battles. So we take some shots. Yeah. So I take some shots. I end up knocking one of them, and this guy was, oh my god, this guy was such a sweat. It took us at least like 3 minutes alone, just focusing on this guy. Like, look at him. Like, I was being kind of lazy. I could have built up, but I didn't want to take unnecessary damage from him. So I kind of just played the low ground, which is also not very good. I ended up endgaming his teammate, so he was out of the way. Once again, they had just been finished with the battle, so we kind of just wanted to push in and get them while they were weak. And then the storm was also pushing us, and he was trying to take the high ground, but I ended up missing. I mean, not hitting him down because sweats these days. So I tried to build up to him, but he blocks me down. And I somewhat build up to him, but he builds a ramp over me. I kind of corrupted my rush, so I drop down again for some reason. He drops down after my duelist partner shoots him down. I tagged him for 29 with the combat. You love to see it. He does a double RM4 wall. We end up spraying him with our scar, and my duelist partner ends up killing him. So now I'm gonna hand it over to someone else who's gonna commentate the rest of the game.
Currently 8 people left in the game.
Never mind, we had he ended up not commentating, so I'm just gonna finish up the game for you guys. Ooh, my mic was so weird there. So we find a launch pad here. We end up taking it to the snow biome. Here we find people fighting. I ended up getting tagged from the back, and that kind of lost my. It kind of made me lose my confidence a little bit because I didn't have many minis. I drank both of my minis, as a matter of fact. My partner didn't have many minis either, so I kind of was stuck in a sticky situation. We ended up pushing to the circle, but we went from the side, so we don't get straight up murdered. So we go to the house. We tried to like play off of it. My friend ended up finding a supply drop, which contained a chug jug, and I was kind of like debating on if I should drink it or not. At the moment, I didn't, but then later on, I realized, you know what? It's endgame. I might have to drink it because it'll come in handy, definitely. And I'm kind of glad I did because later on, you'll see what happens. So I check what I have. I ended up having a launch pad, turrets, and traps. We find another chug jug. It was super lucky. I didn't even I didn't think we would, but we ended up finding another chug jug. So at this point we both have chug jugs, and we feel a little bit more confident going into the next the final what do you call people, because with our position at the moment it doesn't look too good. But I kind of thought if I were to play the low ground for a little bit, eventually people would drop down to go to the circle, and it'd be easy pickings. So here, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to drink it. So I ended up drinking the chug jug here, and not much to say, so I'll just stop talking. So I had drinking the chug jug, and people drop down eventually to go to the circle. We try to map out everybody, which is another good tip, to map out where everybody is, so you know exactly where to attack. But here we see two people drop down to go to circle. We try to pick them off. I ended up headshotting the soccer skin, but my teammate goes down, so I ended up killing his friend too with precise aim. I could have built a little bit to take damage, but I relied on my aim too much. So I rezzed my teammate, and it was a close res. We thought we were gonna get sniped somehow, but we ended up pulling it off. And this comes down to the final 5, I believe. So here we see people fighting. I think it's a duo versus a solo at this point. So we try to. Oh, no. There's like 2 duos and 1 solo, I believe. So we kind of play around the edges, take some shots, but then I accidentally run into the storm. So I kind of camp around this shack a little bit, so I get the right hand peek on the next person that comes in. So he drops down. I get one of them, and the next person comes around the corner, but my amazing duos partner ends up killing him. And here we feel really confident as we're near the circle, and it's a 2v1. So eventually we pop these chug splashes, and then I spot him building next to the supply drop, so I take some fire, and we thought he was gonna go around the corner, so I go around the corner to try to attack him. But then he gets absolutely lasered, and okay, don't laugh. My 90s were terrible. So yeah, but this is a different type of video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and